Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. So in previous videos we have discussed about data query language and data definition language with practicals. Now in this video we will discuss about data manipulation language. So it is also one of the statements. We have 5 statements. Among them this is also one of the statements. So this statement is used to insert, update or delete the records from the table. Okay. So we can perform insert, update and delete operations using data manipulation language statements. So first, insert. So if you gone through previous video, you will get an idea how to create a table using data definition language, that is create, rename, alter, truncate and drop. So we have discussed all these clearly with practical implementation. So we have created one table also. So now in this video we will discuss about data manipulation language and how to insert the values into the table and how to update and how to delete. So if you see here, insert, we can insert values in 3 types, in 3 different ways. So insert, so to insert values, we have to use insert, so into table name. So for to which table we are going to insert values. So table name and values. Here V1, V2, V3. So V1, V2, V3 are nothing but based on the type of the table. If you see here, customer table, CID, that is customer ID, customer name, phone number, location. So if we want to enter values into this table, we have to enter one Satish, phone number and location. If you enter value 1, value 2, value 3 automatically, so all these values will be stored in the table. Otherwise, we can enter in the values in different way. That is insert into customer, that is our table name. Now we are taking the table as customer name, customer table. So insert into customer table, column 1, as we know, customer ID, comma, CNAME, comma, phone number, comma, location. And we are going to close that bracket and we have to enter the values. Again, open the bracket and values, customer name, customer ID, customer name, phone number and location, close. Otherwise, we can enter in another way also. So like this, if we are going to enter up to particular limit, it is okay. So if you want to enter many customers, 1 or 2 we can enter by always typing column names and values. But if you want to enter more than single digit, I mean 10, 20, 30, any number, if you want to enter more customer numbers, more customer details, so here it is waste of time, always typing column names. So once if you type this column name and if you enter this symbol and column 1 and column 2 and column 3 and symbol and column 1, so when you press enter, it will automatically ask direct values. Just we can enter, we will see in practical to get the better idea. And one more thing is insert into table name. Just we are going to insert into table name and we are going to enter the values by using the select statement. Next one is update. So syntax is update. Here we are going to enter our table name is customer and we are going to set, so to which column we are going to change the values, a particular column name and value, column name and value, like that. For how many columns we are going to change the values, how that much columns we have to enter. And filter condition, this is a condition, so where customer ID is equals to 1, like that. And delete, so delete from table name, delete from here we are going to enter customer where customer ID equals to 2 3 like that. So if you use delete, it will delete entire row. For suppose if you enter where customer ID is less than customer ID is equals to 2, whole that column or that row will be deleted. Row are records or fields. Now let us see practically how to insert values into customer table and how to update the values, how to delete the values. Okay, let us open MySQL. So it is already open. If you open, it will ask for username and password, Scott and Tiger, and you will press OK. So to clear this screen, CL space SCR. Okay, enter. Now it is cleared. Now I want to enter the values into customer table. I know what are the columns they are present: customer ID, customer name, phone number, and location. So now I will insert. First, I will insert the values into it. Insert. So let us note it in Notepad, and then we can copy here. So that we need not waste our time. Because if we do mistake, we can't give backspace there. So that's it. Insert into customer. Insert space into table name, that is customer, and values. So values are nothing but customer ID is 1, customer name is SATISH Satish, mobile number is 8885 42651. Okay, and comma location is Kadapa. See, now copy this, paste. Line 1, it is showing error, location Kadapa. So I have tried multiple times, but it is shown error. But when I typed this again, it is created. Okay, no problem. Anyway, one row is created in the customer table. Now let us create one more row. Insert into customer. Insert into customer values, open bracket. Now customer ID is 2, and next one is, so please remember one thing. So when you are entering string, please it should be mentioned single quotes. So Jagadish, comma, now enter mobile number. And next one is location, right? Just alternate location number, no issues. Now one more row is created. Now let us check the table in the tables in the particular table the rows are created or not. So to check that, we have to run a query, select star from customer. See, customer ID is 1, name is Satish, phone number is 888568, location. Next. So like that. Now shall we create last one row we will create, and then we will go to next statement, that is update. So now we will enter the record by using different way. Okay, we have seen 3 ways. Now we will try one more way. Insert into customer. Insert into customer, column 1, comma, column 2. So we should not give like that. Column 1 is nothing but CID, comma, CNAME, comma, mobile number, comma, location. Okay, so values. So coming to values, we will enter the values as ampersand. Okay, ampersand CID comma ampersand CNAME comma ampersand PH number comma ampersand location. So if we use this query, see, directly it will ask enter value for customer ID. We need not to run again and again the same query. So we can save a lot of time when we need to store a lot of data. Okay, now very simple. Customer ID is 3, name is some Pawan, phone number is 995 3367 8910. Okay, now enter location. Okay, enter. Yes, error at line 1, column not allowed here. Insert into customer. Oh yes, we need to store those values in quotations, single quotations. Okay, if you see here, when we mention in single quotes, it is work. One row is created. So that's how we are going to insert columns, I mean rows, inside the table, customer table. So now let us check. Select star from customer. See, 3 rows are ready. So please remember, whenever you perform insert, update and delete operations, please don't forget to use commit. So commit complete. When you use commit, then only the operations, when we are using insert, update and delete, it just creates but won't be saved in database. To save, we should use commit. Please don't forget. Okay, this is how we insert records into the table. So next one is update. So now I want to change customer name, or now I want to change phone number, location, anything, no problem. So let us try. I will change the location of Sadish from Hajaj to Kadapa. Now let us try. Okay, update table name. Which table we have to update? Customer. Update customer. Okay, table name we have here. Now set that is location. Okay, location is equals to what we have to change? Location from Hajaz to Kadapa, right? Single quotes KADAPA Kadapa. If you want to change mobile number, we can change that as well. So for that, PH number equals to 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay, now where we have to give condition, we have given Kadapa, just we are updating customer location Kadapa and phone number. For which customer we have to enter that one. Okay, where CID equals to 1. Okay, now see, one row updated. Now let us check the values are updated or not. See, values are changed from 8885654678872 123456789 and location to Kadapa. Clear? So again we have to use, don't forget, whenever we are using data manipulation language statements, definitely we have to use commit after single operation. Then only, otherwise after performing all the operations also, at least once we have to enter commit, then only the data will be saved. Otherwise it won't be saved in the database. Okay, next we are going to use, third one is delete. Delete from table name. Where? So it will delete particular record from the table. When we use delete, it will delete particular record from the table. Now I want to delete Pawan from the customer table. How? See, simple. Delete from table name customer where we can write in single line as well, no problem. Where customer ID equals to, we want to delete particular customer, that's okay. For which customer, we have to give customer ID. Okay, or we can also give customer name. Customer name is equals to PAVAN. See, one row deleted. Now let us check. Oh, sorry, I have entered EMP, right? Select star from customer. Our table is customer. See, only Satish and Jagdish. That's it. So now we have performed insert, update, and delete. So finally we have to go give commit and enter. So commit is completed. So that's all about data manipulation language: insert, update, and delete. Now we will discuss about transaction control language. These are very simple topics only, so that's why I'm continuing with this here itself. Okay, so transaction control language. So commit, save point, rollback. So in the previous only, as I said, we have to use commit. Whenever we are performing insert, update, and delete, we have to use commit statement. Then only the data will be saved in the database. Otherwise, once you log out and log in, the data won't be there in the database. So that's why we have to use commit. And next one is save point. Save point is very simple. When we are working on different not different number of n number of columns and rows, I mean bulk amount of data, we need to use save point. So very simple. The syntax is save point, save point name. Save point name, whatever you want, you can keep. Either simple A or B or your name. No, that is not no issues. Whatever you want, you can keep it. Just it is like to identify. That's it. Whatever you want to keep, you can keep the save point name. That is no problem. And rollback. So syntax is just rollback. So rollback to particular save point. So if we want to enter into, if you want to go to the particular save point, now we have to enter rollback to save point. If you have given save point as R1, we have to enter rollback to R1. So like that. These are very simple only. No need practicals. And last one is data control language. Grant, revoke. We have discussed data query language, no problem. And last one is grant and revoke. So data control language, this is the statement which is used to give permission and to take back permission from the another users. Okay, so grant is used to give the permission to the another users. So further, the syntax is grant SQL, grant SQL statement on table name. So the statement is nothing but grant select on employees. So on which table you want to give permission, like that. So grant select on employees, like that you can give. And to which one, to which user you want to give, you can mention the username here. So same revoke. Revoke is opposite to grant. If you want to take back that permission, you are going to use revoke. Revoke select on employees. If you have given permission to employees, you have to mention select, revoke select on employees from which user you have given. So these are very simple statements. So we have discussed so up to now we have discussed all 5 statements. First one is data query language: select, projection, selection, and joins. Joins we have not discussed. We will discuss in next video or another video. And next one is data definition language: create, rename, alter, truncate, and drop. And data manipulation language: insert, update, and delete. Here you have to remember one point: after performing all these operations like insert, update, and delete, we have to use commit statement. Then only the data will be saved in the database. Otherwise, data won't be saved. Next one is transaction control language. So commit, save point, rollback. Okay. Next, data control language: grant and revoke. So grant is to give permission to someone on particular table, and revoke is nothing but to take back particular permission from the user. I hope these videos are helpful to you. So up to now I didn't ask you to subscribe. So if you hope these videos are useful to you or you have learned something from these videos, so please subscribe and share as much as you can. Thanks for watching. So if you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Thank you so much.